Hi there! Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So I have a fairly quick message today, and we already have all of our cards pulled. So the Truth Oracle, messing with fire, protection. Sometimes you need to walk away from situations not to get burned. When there is resistance from others to resolve matters, or if the energy is negative in your environment, it is best to detach and clear your energy field. We have soul family strength. Finding your soul family is a blessing that reaps many benefits. You are being asked to reach out and explore to find your soul connections. They will feel familiar, safe, and trusted. When you meet them, send out your intention to connect with your soul family and see who comes your way. Leadership, forefront. You have the opportunity to take the lead. It may be in work, personal, or family situations. You have the wisdom and knowledge to do what is best at this time. No more playing it safe and blending in with the pack. Shine your light and speak your truth. We also have the soulmate card. So it's basically clarifying further and indicating that this is in regards to someone that is very like intertwined or connected in your life. Someone that you kind of rely on in some way. So one of those little bit closer uh, either like friend, family, or more of like a romantic partnership, but someone that your life is still intertwined with on some level. Nonetheless, it's like a little bit of a deeper, more significant, and impactful connection. We also have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So I feel as though it's like someone that you had kind of chosen, or someone around you that you had your heart set on um, kind of being there for you. Um, I'm hearing it's like whenever we continue to try to make things work with um, the people around us or in our lives who have kind of shown us that they don't have the best intentions for us, or that it creates a lot of harm by keeping those relationships in our life. Sometimes the illusion of like family, or the illusion of the place that certain people hold in your life can it's like those feelings and emotions that we have attached to the place that they are supposed to be filling um, kind of can cloud our judgment, or stop us from seeing like the true nature of how deeply impactful or hurtful their actions are. um, with the truth card, we have be honest is the advice for that. And so it's like being willing to take an honest look at how certain relationships, regardless of the label or title or the attachment that you have to them, it's like how they're actually affecting us or impacting us. Yeah, the saying that only love like makes things better, or I'm getting this energy of the viewer could have the perspective that being willing to be vulnerable and kind of put your walls down and try to work through things and really see the other person's point of view, or um, see things from both sides or to always try to accommodate both sides. It's like these are really, really good qualities to have. But sometimes we have people around us who will take advantage of that. So it can end up being something that we are doing kind of to a fault, thinking that it's going to allow us to like fix our relationships or for them to go more smoothly or for people to, the more we accommodate others or adjust others or create that space within ourselves for them, that it will allow them to like choose us or yeah, it's like you shouldn't have to sacrifice yourself in order for another person to choose you or for the relationship that you have with another person to go smoothly or um, for you to be able to like collaborate together and have like a peaceful happy like coexisting relationship, right? um, so the more that we do this, the more that we try to accommodate to people who aren't quite right for us or who are people who's like it's a little bit more difficult, because of the sensitivity of the relationship. It could be more difficult to see the true nature or like the deeper intention behind their actions. It's like the more that we accommodate our life to these people, the more difficult it is to be open to call in the soul relationships that are going to benefit us and give back to us and help us to grow and yeah, assist us in like moving in the directions that we should, rather than being like kind of like a hindrance to our growth, in the sense that the dynamics create an insecurity or a the situation where you're not able to see yourself in a clear light because you're having to make all of these inner adjustments in order to compel someone else to choose you in the ways that you are choosing them or would like to choose them. It's like if it doesn't come smoothly and easily, it's like if the other person doesn't choose us back, then that's always spirit kind of protecting us and helping to redirect us towards the people that are going to be, yeah, a part of our strength and growth and healing, right? And helping connect us closer to spirit in whatever ways that means to you. So sometimes it's like by nature it feels like the right thing to do, but staying in certain situations and like fighting for change or fighting to make things better is sometimes messing with um is messing with fire, in the sense that spirit sometimes puts up those walls in order to protect you. And so when you see that fire, that certain smoke in certain situations, it's like the warning signal to protect yourself or to turn around and go in a different direction, or that there's something else out there for you that's better. And some persevering through the fire or fighting through these really unstable and tumultuous situations can then bring a lot of upheaval and that instability or the damage back onto us in our lives and create a lot of destruction that spirit was intending to protect us from and kind of steer us away from. And so it's like we're hindering our own path to our blessing sometimes. um, Obviously it's not a conscious thing. It's um, just coming from a place of like, say it's like a family member, somebody, especially if it's um, more of a I can't think of the um uh right on the tip of my tongue. Intermediate, immediate. I can't think of what it's called. I think it's your immediate family. Anyways, um, if it's someone that's like you're a lot closer to in the relationship, um, mom, sister, brother, dad, like, grandma, auntie, uncle, just like really close people around you that like helped raise you. It can be really painful or hurtful, or sometimes it feels like we're doing the wrong thing, or other people can manipulate the situation to where it's like you're the one that's being hurtful or hurting the family, or making it to where, people just can't get along because, yeah, you're so difficult. But that's kind of like a common thing if you're trying to set really healthy boundaries for yourself and there's people around you who are not willing to make those adjustments to have a healthier relationship, then those are kind of common tactics to fall back on, if you will, in order to emotionally compel someone out of wanting to have those firm and healthy boundaries. And so, especially, it's like almost the closer the relationship actually is, the more you have to be willing to take off the rose-colored glasses, if you will, and see the truth of the situation and the truth of like their intention and just what's really going on behind the lens of emotion in regards to how you're actually connected in the relationship, and being able to see really clearly to make the healthiest decision for you, right? With the leadership here, it's like you have the capabilities to do the things that are best for you in order to help drive you towards the connections and relationships that Spirit would have for you that are going to be successful, people who are going to choose you back, give back to you, make you feel really fulfilled. So I pulled two more cards just for some advice on how best to move forward, now that we are getting a message here to kind of see things as they truly are, or to have the strength to remove ourselves from things that we once really, really wanted, or had really thought we wanted or would be really good for us, but we can see there could be a level to where it's not exactly what you had thought or what you had perceived at one time. I was seeing 1331 on my phone just as I was saying that. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Chalices for the advice here from Spirit for you. So, what I'm getting from these cards here is with the Three of Pentacles, this individual here is working on himself. He's like working on his shelter, his home. He's like building himself up, building up a way to protect himself while also, um, you know, putting that kind of like artesian design and making it unique to him. So it's like one through self care, like doing the inner work, being able to kind of build yourself up and be really strong on your own. And then also like actually putting work into like how you are protecting yourself or defending yourself, how you take care of yourself in your actual home environment, and making sure that you have really strong healthy boundaries. You can see he's literally building up a wall in front of him to protect himself. So it's just an analogy for like emotionally having that barrier around yourself in your personal space, and doing it in a way that is true and unique to you, or creative to you, and expressive to you. This is going to lead you to connecting with people who are more emotionally in alignment with you, people who will give back to you emotionally, kind of meet you where you're at. It's like once you have done that inner work and found a way to energetically kind of protect yourself, and you're coming from a more secure position, then it will naturally lead to like meeting people that are um, on your level, or meeting people that it actually does flow and um, go more smoothly with, and there's like a sense of emotional trust, and so you can kind of let loose, let your hair down, relax. It's like you don't have to be, with these other people if you're constantly in overdrive trying to make it work or trying to see the other person's perspective. It's like you can sometimes end up going through something that I and my little sister's mom like to say, it's called going through like mental gymnastics all the time. Essentially, it's like the amount of mental work that you have to do in some relationships to just keep it at ground zero and just keep it at a healthy place, and just make sure that none of your boundaries are being disrespected, or like nothing odd is going on. It can be really emotionally exhausting, if you will, and it's like you always feel very tense, or it's like you can't fully relax and just like have a good time with the people around you, because they're not in a place where they can like meet you emotionally. So yeah, the advice here from spirit is like the best way to lead towards that greater emotional fulfillment, and having people around you that fill you up and make you really happy. That was kind of repetitive, I'm sorry, but also it's like people that choose you in the same way that you choose them, because they have a healthy respect for you based off of the inner work that you've done, or the growth in the ways that it shows through just the way that you carry yourself, by having done the inner work to set those boundaries, like in your life, emotionally and physically and spiritually. Will kind of like radiate that frequency to like draw in others who are will also have like a healthy set of boundaries for themselves, if you will. So there's a sense of like emotional trust. So you can, it leads to like deeper emotional intimacy and fulfillment in the relationship. Whereas like what you're dealing with right now is yeah, a lot of those just like mental gymnastics, and just like always having to kind of like fight through to see like the truth of the situation and what's really going on, and um, understanding like their impact on you and like all sides. And um, yeah, I'm just hearing it's like it's not always fair. But the best way to deal with these types of people is to, like I said, just have a very healthy foundation for yourself that you can fall back on to really take care of yourself. Um, and the best way to kind of create that for yourself is through strong, healthy boundaries. Like with the lion here, I'm getting like the Leo with the strength card. Some with that energy. And then we also have an oracle card here, the elementalist. So yeah, with the lotuses and then the everything else on the card, I'm getting more of the energy of like how I was saying. There's going to be other relationships that just like flow more. It's just like a lot more simple. It's more of like a free flowing energy, and through that more open space, it will be easier to work through issues in the relationship, or you'll be able to grow through the hard times in order to push through to the more like beautiful moments. It's like you deserve to have people who are equally willing to put in the work into the relationship or the situation to bring it to a place of that emotional fulfillment, or to be able to like celebrate the good times. Yeah, just like really lift each other up. When someone is like choosing you the same way that you're choosing them, you'll never have to like fight them to fight with you to get through the hard times or like the more difficult things in life to overcome or like get to the other side, where you get to experience that sense of like emotional fulfillment again, or that peace, that happiness, like that more free flowing, just like divine love in the relationship. um, I saw a quote online a few days ago that was like, you'll never have to negotiate your way into a heart that wants you there. So being willing to see the truth of the dynamics in the relationships around you, and like how people, I guess, treat you, or their intentions behind their actions, if you will. That it's like people do some things more purposefully, and that is kind of hurtful to see, but through seeing this, it reveals the truth of the situation, which allows us to create a change and move forward or step into the, those soul connections that are going to be more in alignment with us, like I said, and be the people that spirit or God would have us connecting with. So it could have been kind of a difficult summer of seeing a lot of truth in others, bit by bit. And it's like now that we're coming to a close, it's like we have a perspective to look back on the rest of the year and see things, yeah, from a higher perspective, just in a more whole and complete way, to be able to see what is serving us and what's not serving us, and um, be it have the strength to like face those really difficult decisions, even if it brings up a lot of uncomfortable emotions, and work through that, because then knowing that it just helps to lead to healthier relationships with people who are going to choose us and treat us the way that we deserve to be treated. So yeah, it's like lots of change. That's what I'm picking up on here. And yeah, I think that's all I have. So yeah, if you watched this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you would like a more personal reading, you can click the link in my description. I hope you have a really great day. Thank you.